What's going on? Welcome back to the Cian Malone show. I hope you are all well. I'm going to be very honest with you here. I've been meant to record this for the last few days and I just keep overthinking the shot. So it's not even good right now. I just said, just get it done, Cian. Just get it done. But what we have today anyway is a Q&A. So I've got a lot of questions, obvious. We're going to get through them. So we're going to start with the first one. Comes from Ben. Shout out Ben. He's an up-and-coming career. Get on to him. I'm going to put, like, kind of, you see a little... Wait, a little... You'll see it there, yeah? So I'm going to put the questions up. We're up in the production a little bit, you know? But so he asked, what brought you into being a content creator? I started making content when I was a kid and I stopped for 10 years of my life. I don't know what got me into it originally. Like, I remember when I was younger on YouTube, we used to do like shuffling videos. I remember doing an Assassin's Creed parody video. This is all like in primary school, and like I'm 25 now, so that's a youngster ago. That's the cat video days, you know what I mean? I don't know, I just something about camera. Like I didn't even realise I enjoyed taking out a camera and being on camera until like properly anyway until the last year, you know, because when I done content back in the day when I was properly doing it, it was just like gaming videos and that kind of stuff, because I used to love gaming. So I used to like stream and play Call of Duty and all back in like 2012, 2013. And then I stopped in like 2014, 15, I think. And I only got back into it in 2025. So what got me into it? I don't know what originally got me into it. I just enjoyed doing it, you know what I mean? Like when I got myself into the mindset of getting back on the videos, I said, what would 12-year-old Kane want to do? He wanted to make videos and he wanted to game. So I started gaming more and I started making videos. So yeah, what brought me into it? Like I didn't have any like influences in a certain sense, you know, around me that was like, you know, they would be on the camera. Yeah, I don't actually know what originally got me into it, to be honest with you. I just know as soon as I started properly doing it, I was like, this is my thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, what? Sorry, I'm just absolutely blabbering on here. But that's what you get out of Cian Malone show. You get your influence just blabbering on, just seeing what happens, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been trying to record this for days. I'm glad I only am getting to record it now because I've got a few more questions. And I also finished a good bit of my track, so I'm going to play a bit of that at the end, so look forward to that. We're going to move on to the next question, yeah? So, talking with Patrick, another career, shout out to him, great filmmaker. He asked, anything new planned for the near future? So, yeah, so in the near future, I'm making a song at the moment, and I'm going to play that at the end. I've a good bit, I already said that, he's not a crack. But I'm also starting my first movie, so that'll be starting filming now in the next 2 weeks as well. So they're the near future kind of plans I have. As soon as I finish this first song, I want to go on and make another song. So it's like I want to start doing more music. I found another passion, you know. Over the last year with the videos, I found my passion, and I just, you know, it's like originally I was the vlogger fella, yeah, for any OGs here, and I was just doing vlogs, but I knew I was more than a vlogger, and I wanted to make more than a vlogger. I want to be an artist. I wanted to be a multi-genre artist. I want to just create as much as I can. Whatever I can take out of this brain and create, that's what I want to do. So usually, like when it comes to planning, I spend so much of my life planning too ahead in the future and not getting anywhere with it. So we try to stay in the moment now, you know. What's happening today? That's all I need to know. But yeah, so in the near future, stay tuned. Bit of movies, bit of music. There'll be a few things coming from the Cian Malone fella. And speaking about the tune, Noah asked, Noah asked, when's the tune coming, bro? So that's coming very soon. I'll play a bit at the end, as I said, the third time saying it now, you know. But shit, I'm gonna call. 1 second. What's going on, brother? Wait. Sorry, folks. Little not technical difficulty, just a little slight interruption. But come here, I have time for my friends. I'm gonna answer the phone. I'm not gonna be like, get off my phone and record. You know, it's what's happening, bro? Just recording at the minute, but what's going on? You know. But yeah, so I don't know if I finished that. But yeah, when the tune's coming, bro. The tune is coming very soon. We're just taking our time with it. We want to perfect it. I've all my lyrics done. We've got the structure going with it now. It's the second part. So the second part's a dance track. So Teo Teo's cooking up the instrumental now. So once we get back in the studio, we're gonna just start bringing it all together. So I'll show you what I have so far at the end. So stay tuned for that. But it's coming very soon to a screen and a festival and a concert and everything near you. Yeah, don't worry about it. And so Ross Walsh, shout out Ross Walsh. Ross is a legend. I was only recording the behind the scenes for the Gale Wave Cypher. He's on that. He had a sick verse. That's going to be coming out soon. I have a behind the scenes video coming out soon. As soon as the video drops, so I don't want to be putting it out before, you know. Can't be letting out them secrets, you know. But Ross asked opinions on Ross Welch's album. I haven't listened to it yet, bro, but I'm going to listen to it and I'll get on to it. All I know from you, I know it's going to be great. So keep doing your fucking thing, bro. I'll give it a now listen. Just the busy fella, you know. Haven't got a chance yet. But we're going to move on to the next question. So Ben asks, what's your dream/goal for the future? So I've answered this a few times. Oh, sorry, Ben. I've answered this a few times. Like, the biggest dreams I have is to be a rock star and a movie star. Now, in my song, I'm rapping and I'm chanting over the dance track. So, not the rock star yet, but I'm getting there, you know. I wouldn't call it a pop star. I'm not a rap star. I'm just a star, you know. Superstar. But my dream, yeah, what's my goal for the future? Apart from like my own stuff and my content stuff, I just want to inspire. Like I made a video last year called the Irish Renaissance. Renaissance or Renaissance? I'm gonna call it Renaissance, yeah. But I just want to be able to bring Irish creatives together because I feel like we can form a movement. You know what I mean? Like there's too many people at each other's throats in this country. Too many people that are just talking each other down. You know, all that waffle. Fuck that. Power and unity. That's what the second song's about. Not second song, second part of the song. But yeah, that'd be the dream/goal. The dream is just freedom. I have that right now, but I want infinite freedom. You know what I'm saying? Now, so we're going to move on to the next question. Jack McDonald, a good friend of mine, asks, what will be your I've made a celebration, holiday gift, etc.? Jack McDonald. So what would be your made a celebration? The day I'm able to return my man, that would be the biggest celebration I'll ever have. That's the goal. You know what I mean? Like all I want to build this for is to just give my family freedom. You know what I mean? Be that one that makes that generational switch. You know what I mean? And you look at me, like, you know, those people look at me, go, young fella from Jobstown, think you can do that. It doesn't matter where you're from. You can achieve anything you want. If you put your mind to it and you put it into writing and you put it into spoken word, if you just say it into existence and you act on it, it's only inevitable. And it's all about belief. So that'll be my celebration. Once I get that done, I'll be like, thank you. Do you know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you to the universe, God, whatever you call it. I don't particularly call it God. I just believe God as is the universe. I don't conform to any religion, but thank you to the energy that fucking surrounds us and is in us all, you know. I want to try harness that and just make great change in the world. And the biggest change I could ever do is just give me man that a life that they just never got to have. That's gonna be my celebration. I don't really care for like material things or anything. Like I used to have that kind of mindset when I was in sales now. You know, I was just chasing the money. And while I was chasing the money, I was spending the money because I wasn't happy and it wasn't fulfilling my soul at all. And it's just everybody goes on about the ego death. I'm not gonna go on about the ego death, but it just I don't see the point of material things. I'm not gonna bring any of it to the grave. I just wanna what can I do in my time here to spread joy, happiness, and just care for people. I mean that's all I want to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like how can I look after the people that looked after me? Do you know what I mean? That's the whole thing. But we're gonna move on before you all get a bit soppy, yeah. So Ben also asks, so saying Ben, what's been the biggest challenge since you started your content journey? Originally, in the first year, it was isolation and loneliness. Because originally, when I first got into making my content, I just felt lonely. I just felt lost. I didn't know what was going on. And I found a passion then that I could like funnel my energy into. And that really kept me on the go. But it was like for so long, I was just creating on my own. No one around me wanted to be on the video. So like the biggest challenge was to like record when I was doing something fun because nobody around me wanted to be on camera. And then over the year, you know, as that went on, the lonely phase started to filter out. And over the last few weeks, especially, last few months, but over the last few weeks especially, I've just met more creatives that are just, you know, share the vision, that want to be on camera, that want to create with me, and it's just like lovely, you know what I mean? So if you're watching this and you have any dreams or you have any aspirations and you just feel like nobody's going towards it or nobody's helping it, just keep going. Just keep going on your own. Find yourself and you'll find your tribe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that'd be the biggest challenge so far. People say if you love what you do, you'll never walk a day in your life. And I love doing this shit. So I don't even find that as a struggle, you know what I mean? The only struggle is me. And this episode here that I've been trying to record for the last few days, and it's like, I don't like the show, blah, 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 lying, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Just fuck off, Ken. Fuck off. So, we're going to move on. So, Tao Young asks, shout out Tao Young. Shout out Tao Young, he's my producer. Shout out him, he makes great music, and we're about to make some great music together. He asks, how do you manage your mental health in this crazy world? What advice can you give to younger viewers? Yeah, you're dead right. It's a crazy world, and the more you learn about that, it can kind of mess with your head a little bit. I've got myself to a point now where I'm able to not let it affect me, because there's a lot of problems going on in this country. Like the song I'm making is a government diss and calling out all the problems. And the second part is my solution, where it's all about power and unity. Like we have the power together. Do you know what? It's just like positive self delusion. Honest to God, positive self delusion. That's the only fix for your mental health. Your brain will believe whatever you tell it. And I used to have a very self deprecating humor. So even when I'm joking around, talking myself down, your brain can't differentiate the joke from a fact. So if you're telling yourself, if you're like talking down yourself in a joking way, your brain's taking it as fact. So stop that. We've done that for too many years. Tell yourself you're great. Tell yourself you can do one, and you will do one. Because why would you not? You know what I mean? So positive self delusion. Watch a few video essays on YouTube about that. Start reading some philosophy, just because a lot of people, some people get lucky and they grow up with role models that have figured everything out and they can give them the information they need. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to grow myself into a role model that can spread that information. Do you know what I mean? So I can be that. I'm an only child, so I want to somehow be like a big brother that I never had in a way. Do you know what I mean? And maybe call me ambitious. I want to be that to the fucking world. Do you know what I mean? But shit's possible. But yeah, so that'd be kind of my advice. Positive self delusion. I learned that from Kanye. But like I believe I can make some great change in this world. And right now I'm a broke young fella in Jobstown, just taking a camera out and making videos. There's not much change I can do right now. Luckily enough, I've actually been able to inspire some people from these videos, and like you don't understand how much that means to me. That's all I want to do. I want to do it on a bigger scale. So one day I will. And if you're watching this, whatever your dreams or aspirations, I am an absolute egot, yeah. So sometimes I speak too fast, and my brain's just firing, and I just go. "Blah, blah, blah, blah." So don't mind that. Don't mind it. I'm gonna keep it in, yeah. We keep rolling. So yeah, positive self delusion. That's you have to be. It's a mad world, like It's there's a question actually I have later that's kind of around the same thing, but it's a crazy world, like, and the societies you grow up in try tell you it makes sense in this certain way, but like none of this shit makes sense. And some of the greatest minds of all time have tried to figure this shit out, and most of them have different opinions, different views of the world. That's why I was saying get into philosophy, because it's all these great minds that just sat around. Most of them are rich kids that could just sit around and observe life, but they were smart and they figured some shit out. And you can take what they've said and what they've seen and apply it to your own life, or just observe what's going on yourself. You know what I mean? Start observing more. Even your mind. Your mind is a random generator. It's just throwing random shit at you from everything you're taking in. Your mind takes in, I think it's like millions of information per second kind of thing. I don't have the exact statistic, but take me on my word, yeah. But yeah, it's just a random kind of, whirlwind of information. And if you don't go behind them thoughts will control you. So, when your brain's going, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 that's not you actually thinking it. It's just a random processor thrown at you. So go behind it. Why am I thinking that? Where did that come from? And I'll bring you back on a little journey to where, like, oh, this moment in my life actually is the reason why I think this. And do I actually really believe that? No. And then your mind kind of starts going away from them. And it's like the thing with the positive self delusion. Just tell yourself you can do anything. Because this world is your sandbox and you can do anything with it. So just go for it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just kind of, me, I just rant on, but I hope some of that resonated with any of you, and I hope it could fix something. But that's kind of how I deal with it. Everyone has their own ways of dealing with stuff. But I just try educate myself and find myself in a rut. I'll not lock myself away, but like I'll sit around and I'll watch a lot of podcasts. I'll watch video essays, just on different philosophers or just different ways of thinking. That's what does best for me. I think with your own journey, you just have to find what works for you and just go with it. And that happens from just trying stuff, rather than like having yourself in that kind of loop where you're just thinking the same things, doing the same things. Just change one little thing, whether that be like wake up a little bit earlier, clean your room in the morning. Like it's all these. It sounds like absolute waffle, when you watch these videos and you're lost and you're like, how do I fix my life? And it's all these basic kind of things, but the reality of life is most solutions are basic. We just make it complicated because our brains are one of the most complicated things ever, ever. You know what I mean? So just chill down. If you're ever going off in a little kind of, whatever, you're just going splats, yeah, you're going splats. Just try take a breath and think, why am I thinking this way? where did it come from, and then just once you have that, you'll find the solution. It's going to be different for everyone. Everyone has their own different experiences, you know. So that actually the question I was referencing, where I was saying, I'm just talking shit here now. But Carew asks, what even is the point? Do you know what I mean? Like that's one of the questions that all these philosophers that I've been learning about, reading about for years, I've been trying to answer. What is even the point? What is this universe? What is reality? What is consciousness? I haven't a clue. And I'm happy that I don't have a clue. Because if I had a clue, then it wouldn't be fun. I like to search, figuring out my own kind of view of the world, my own kind of philosophy in a sense, you know. The Cian Malone manifesto coming soon. But what even is the point? I think everyone has their own point. You know, when I was saying I was lost and all I was doing, I just needed purpose. What was my purpose? And I took out the videos, which wasn't particularly my purpose in a way, you know. It's definitely my passion and something I want to go towards. But from me anyway, like it's mad, you know. You can watching cartoons, you know. I watched Naruto, the anime. I just resonated with the character, I resonated with the message, and I was like, I want to be that kind of good force in the world. And then I watched One Piece, which inspired me song, and it's just like the Joy Boy character Luffy, just the way he gets everyone around him and believes in them and gets them and tries to push them forward. You know, spreads joy. The warrior of liberation. That's what I want to be. I want to somehow do some good in this world. I want to leave a mark on this world, not just exist. That's what I see my purpose is. So that's my point. I just want to spread joy. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean? So that's my point. I hope you find your point. We're gonna move on. So Aaron asks, what's your dream car, non-supercar? There's this Hyundai, it's not even like made yet, it's just like a, what do you call it again? It's just a concept car. So it's a concept car, and it's like a 80s style electric car, but it just looks like proper. I'll put it, watch. Right. I have to leave it there for a second so you can have a little look at it. Yeah, sound. That'd be it. But other than that, it used to be an Audi RS6, which is, it's not a supercar, but it's a super fast car. But yeah, it's just that concept car. It's not even a real car, but I'm like, I want that mad. That's the Cian Malone car. So we're going to move on. Dunner asks, 2 questions from 2 cousins in a row. Always support your family, yeah? Shout out to the boys. So Dunner asks, where did you get your dog? Kratos came from the heavens. He's the dog of war, the god of war, the dog, which God backwards for the dyslexic person is God. So he's the god of war. I took him from Valhalla, you know, El Kratos. No, but my uncle got him originally, and he only had a 1-bedroom house, and like the dog was gonna be too much to handle, and my ma fell in love with him. She was in my nanny's, and he just like, well, he was a little pup, just ran up there, and she was like, do you want to get a dog? Because I was asking for a dog for years, and she was like, no. But she just fell in love with Kratos, and he's coming to the house now, and he's just a part of the family now. You know what I mean? He's a fucking legend. But we're gonna move on. So we've got one from Sean. Sean asks, what's your highest round on Black Ops 2 Zombies? So me and Sean were an absolute dynamic duo back in Black Ops 2, back in 2012, 2013 days. I think the highest I ever got to was only like 60, 70. I can't remember. Like I never like just the patience to get up them high levels. This fellow a beast, man. He was going 100 plus and all that. I just don't have the head for that. But yeah, what a game! And it's coming back out. Come back out in July on the PS5. We're gonna be running it. We're gonna be doing gaming videos as well soon. So stay tuned for them. I have like a few ones, but not on the PlayStation capture card. And it's a whole kind of process I have to do it. I can't use my face cam, so I have to do them all separate. But got a capture card today, so stay tuned. And then Liam Ritchie, a good friend of mine, he left me. He's in Melbourne. Thousands of miles away. I miss him, man. Hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Get me to Australia. We need to see me friends. But he asked, who do you think will win the World Cup? Personally, I want Cap Verde to win. They're not going to, but yup, Pico. So I watched a video, and it was the fella who predicted the last 3, and he's thinking the Netherlands. I don't know. I haven't really been watching as many games. I watched the odd 1 or 2. I would love Messi to get another one. I don't know about Ronaldo again. Like Portugal would have been one that I was saying probably, you know, beforehand, but I'm not sure yet. I have to make a prediction here. The Mystic McDonough fella. What am I gonna do? Who am I gonna say? Iran. Iran's gonna win the American World Cup. So we're gonna move on. El Welshie. Shell Welshie. I'll be meeting him today. I think I'm gonna do a little stream. That'll be before you see this, but think we'll be able to now stream them. So he goes, how did I become such a popular man in Jobstown? That's all thanks to Bertha. It's all Bertha. Shout out Bertha. Shout out Bertha. I didn't really have many followers in Jobstown. To be fair, I was stopped once or twice and it was all love. She asked me that on our Cian Malone show. She said, like, how's it been for me growing up in Jobstown, you know, with the way people think. But all I've had is love, you know what I mean? And it's great, but I really want to give back to Jobstown in the future. Like, I have this mad plan in my head to where I want to build a science centre in Jobstown because, like, why not? You know what I mean? You give the Cian Malone fella unlimited money and he's fucking doing some good shit with it. A science centre, so young fellas can just be like, not just a science centre. I want to actually build a few things in the area. I want to actually build the area up. You know what I mean? That's the plan. Because I want to give young fellas a chance that I didn't really have. And now, saying that, you know, everyone does have a chance, but some people need that extra push. You know what I mean? It took me a lot of years to actually realise I have it in me to do something. And I wish someone had told me when I was younger. So that's what I want to do now. I want to be that person that can just inspire and give a chance to young fellas that didn't or don't at all. You know what I mean? Didn't and don't at all are basically the same thing. But that's just a kind of far-fetched thing. But yeah, how did it become such a popular man in Jobstown? Game time Bertha. Show her. What a legend. We're going to move on. Mairead asks, if you could only keep one creative outlet forever, blog, music, interviews, Q&As, etc., which would you choose to create and consume? That's a good question. That's a great question. Another cousin. Shout out all the cousins, yeah. I have a lot of cousins. Shout out my cousin, number one, boys. If you can only keep one creative outlet forever, I feel like it'd be music. I love making videos. I love making movies. And like the music kind of, the music career is only starting. I haven't even released my first song, but I've just found such a love for it. And I feel like if there was one outlet that I could only create and consume for the rest of my life, it would be music. So I'd be able to listen to any music I ever wanted. You know what I mean? I love music. I love all genres. I've always been obsessed with music, and it was always that thing where I wanted to get into it. But just tried to learn the guitar. The old head just got distracted. And then from making these videos, as a shout out Tao earlier, he was in my stream. He said, any help you need with music, let me know. Text him straight after, and now we're cooking up a track together, and a great friendship has formed from it as well. And his Cian Malone show will be coming soon too. So I'd say music would be the one. Like, as much as I love movies, but like if it's only one creative outlet and I have to make movies without music, you know, is that a grey area? We're gonna go with music. So we're on to the last question. I know, folks. So I'm gonna get this one done, and I'm gonna play us a little bit of my song. So stay tuned. Lee Smith asks. Lee Smith asks, if someone offered you 10 million, but the catch was you don't wake up tomorrow morning, would you take it? No, I would not. What the fuck are you gonna do with 10 million in a night? Excuse me. Like, what time is it now? It's 5 o'clock. Only got a few hours to go. Would it take 10 million? You have to go on some binge, wouldn't you? You have to go on some session to make it worth it. No, you couldn't even. There's not a session. There's not a thing in the world you could do in a single day that would make 10 million worth the rest of your life. You know what I mean? And money's a lot of bollocks anyway, in my opinion. I just couldn't give a fuck about money. I don't. Obviously I need it to survive. It's the system I was born into, blah, 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 you know, but I couldn't give a fuck about money. It's just a lot of useless paper, you know what I mean? So, fuck that. I'm taking the rest of my life rather than the 10 million, so. Sorry, I'm not getting a text there. Yeah, lovely. So, I'm going to finish it there. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. It's not as perfect as I wanted it to be. I wanted to get the perfect shot and all. I was going to do it out the back garden, it started raining, and I was like, So, yeah, we're going to finish it. I'm absolutely disastrous at starting videos, at ending videos, but we're going to get better. But see this thing where I'm saying with the self-deprecating shit, I need to knock that out of me. No, I'm fucking great at finishing videos. This is the best fucking finish to a video you've ever had. Fucking cue the drums liberation, yeah? Sound.
Can't afford a home, but they build another slogan. Hulk having the ghost and let the go ready floating. Everybody know what I'm knowing, they be noting. Putting it in writing, it don't matter when we're voting. Joey boy drums got the whole block bouncing. Every day we see a pop up in the public housing. Make a bike share cost a couple 100,000. Ghost when we talk about the figures being counted. Yeah, that goes to when the figures need accounting. We're taxed to the ceiling while our wages stay grounded. Joey boy drums got the whole block bouncing. Every day new problem the people can't keep counting. They be acting like the country's just a boardroom on a balance, while the people doing overtime trying to keep a balance. Every town's got stories, every family's got challenges. Funny how they can find the cash, but poor old Johnny can't afford his bear mash. Drums liberation got the whole crowd bounce. The flats to the towns with the pressure been mounting. They can silence one voice, not a million voices shouting. Drums of liberation got the whole island bound. Every walker, every renter, every voice becomes a power. They the voice with a postcode by the age and by the hour. Until we realise together we're the ones that built the tower. Joy boy drums got the people back in power. Drums of liberation got the whole crowd bound. On the flats to the towns with the pressure been mounting. They can silence one voice, not a million voices shouting. Drums of liberation got the whole island bound. Every walker, every renter, every voice becomes a power. They the voice with a postcode by the age and by the hour. Until we realise together we're the ones that built the tower. Joy boy drums got the people back in power.
I hope you enjoyed that. That's the first track from the Cian Malone fella. Still has to be mastered, it still has to be all perfected. Gonna redo all the vocals because it's got a lot more comfortable rapping, but let us know what you think. The song be coming soon. There's a second part of the song that isn't finished yet, but stay tuned for that, yeah? It's coming soon.